Hello, everyone. Welcome to a happy winning Wednesday. Thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys on Wednesdays and Fridays. I always look forward to these days. And thank you, sister, for always being here with me, supporting all of us here. And thanks to the managing director and all of those that are in the chat. I highly, highly appreciate everyone that is supporting women, children, and young people in the world. And may God continue to bless you guys with good health, long life, and prosperity so that we will continue to do what we are doing in the world. So thank you guys so very much. And today, we are in One Global Movement Revolution Part 332, Womenpreneurs Rising, turning ideas into income. How are women and young women doing this? But as we know, before we do anything, we always have to be grateful to the creator of the universe. Otherwise, we will not be able to be here to do anything. And also to continue to show our appreciation to our CEO. Who brought all of us here together. We can never forget that, regardless of what happens. It's always a good thing to keep paying tribute to good things. And even sometimes I pay tribute to bad things because those bad things also help me, but not the kind of bad things that are going on in the world now. But let us pay tribute to our CEO and to all of us who have decided to be here to carry on the revolution that he formed in the world. So thank you guys so much. So whatever way you can, whether closing, opening your eyes, whatever you need to do it, because it's always a very important thing to give thanks to the creator, especially in this time in the history of our lives. Oh my God, they're calling me, but I'm not going to answer now. All right, let's our hearts and hands together. A One Global Movement Awakening Prayer for Peace and Reconciliation. Heavenly Father, creator of all lands, all tongues, and all tribes, we come before you united as one global movement, a rising cry from, from your children, from our children across nations, a sacred call echoed from the mouths of babies to young people, to women, to the thrones of kings. Lord, awaken your people, children, youth, women, and elders, those bruised by war, by oppression, and worn by hunger. Rise up, spiritual leaders from every corner of the world, world leaders who govern with justice and compassion. Let them rise up. Artists and musicians who will sound the healing songs of peace and love and reconciliation. Wake them up. Traditional leaders and women who carry the sacred wisdom of our ancestors and have always known how to restore harmony in the land. And I call them Takambung in my culture. Takambung, the sacred power of women. Women rising to protect, women rising to love, women rising to bring peace in the world. O God of mercy, breathe your spirit into the motherland, the womb of nations and all other nations. May your peace flow through her rivers, dance in her winds, and settle like dew upon her wounds. We cry out for the children, innocent and brave, for the young people, gifted and glowing with promise, for women, nurturers, warriors, and builders of dreams that are seeking ways, tools, means to express their purpose in life. Let their future be protected, their legacies be preserved, their hopes are no longer buried under poverty, war, and silence. Father, shake the nations. Let every continent tremble with conviction and every village rise with vision. Let this be the hour when swords are turned into plows and shares, turn into pens, into pencils, into crayons, into books, where walls fall down and bridges are built and rise even higher, where justice kisses mercy and love overrules fear in our children, women, and young people. Lord, we speak from the bottom of our heart. Sometimes in the darkest hours of the night, we cry, we weep, as we see a lot going on in the world. And we ask the question, why? Why? But the why can only be answered by you because we don't know why. All we can do is to take action, love, take action towards helping those that are being targeted. We declare, Lord, no more broken homes, no more stolen dreams, no more forgotten children, no more silenced women, no more blood on sacred soil. Let your divine light radiate through these movements, one global movement, to heal the land, to restore what was lost, to reignite the fire of hope in every heart. We are not too broken to be healed, and this world is not too far gone to be saved because we can save it through your grace and mercy. We call for the unity, Lord. We talk with tears. We speak reconciliation. We stand in holy defiance against all that divides. And we move forward as one, with you, for you, through you. Let this prayer be an earthquake of change, resonating from one corner of the globe to the other. And like a circle, it comes full. Let it echo in parliaments, in schools, in hearts, in palaces, in kingdoms, and let it never return void until peace walks freely in every street in the world that you've created for us. And every child dances under a sky of promise. Promise has to be fulfilled, not just promising. In the name of love, justice, and divine purpose, Lord, we say amen.
Amen. Amen. I agree with all of that, sister. I join my voice with yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, again, let us, it's always a good thing to carry out conversations here so that we want to hear from you because we do our best to deliver what we know or how we were brought up and what we also research. So when we bring these things together with your own discussion, it really makes sense. And then these children have choices because we want everyone. We don't want to limit them. Limiting the children is stifling the ideas and the gift that God has created and put in them. So this is very important. So Womenpreneurs Rising, turning ideas into income. How are women and young women doing this? Why? Why the statement Womenpreneurs Rising? This is a very beautiful, positive statement. Very positive. They are rising. They are on the rise every day. That means they are turning around, looking around to see what problems their societies are facing, and they seek to provide solutions. Does it mean that they're going to get it fixed right away? No. But they are bent to rise and continue to dig hard to look for those solutions. And but then on the other hand, they are rising because they've been stifled for generations. Women have been stifled a lot. And they said no, not anymore, because I was created for greatness. I was created to champion the cause of humanity. I was created to bring hope, to bring that kind of greatness to myself, my children, my husband, and every other person around me in my community. Even though they are silent, sometimes they are doing things in whispers, but they are doing it. They are determined. Or come rain, come sunshine, they are determined. And so they are turning the ideas that are buried within them, that have been stifled, into looking for solutions, creating businesses. So let us encourage our young people, particularly young women, to create businesses, because when a woman rises, the children rise as well. When a woman creates a business, the child learns. When a woman does anything, children are quick to learn from mothers, from their mothers, before learning from fathers. It's just the way of creation. And even if the mother does not know how to read and write, just the fact that the mother is there breathing on the child, eating with the child, that alone is enough to make a child to rise. And let us encourage our children. They are going to school, yes, but let them register businesses. They don't have to know what they're going to do. What is their idea? What is their purpose? Let them register something and own a business of their own. So that way they have that self-determination. They have that build that resilience. They have that self-worth and dignity that comes with ownership. Ownership is very, very important. So
Absolutely.
I emphasize this, and I say with a lot of passion, because our children, and considering what is going on in the world, which we all need to seek to learn and know the truth so that we will know how to help these children. It is a lot going on. Let us not just reduce ourselves to what they say, what the news or the media say, or what somebody wants you to hear. What is it that you know is the best thing to do? And to put your ear to the right thing. Did you do your research to find out if what they're saying is true? The world is vast. AI is here in full swing. High technology is here. People like me that were not born with it, did not even, it was there, but it was not for me. I am knowing a lot of things. There will be no reason for you not to research and know something before doing it to your child. There'll be no reason for you not to open that door to these children. There'll be no reason to push your child into marriage at a very young age without that child leaving their childhood. There'll be no reason for you not to elevate your child. We know this now, and you can do it in your language. You can do it in any way that you want, but let it be something that you want to do, not something that somebody is imposing on you to do, so that your children can do the same. This is very, very important. And we will continue to do this until the end of time, until God calls us home, right, sister? So
Right.
it's very,
Absolutely.
very important. And she didn't wait. Women didn't wait. She didn't wait for the world to open doors. She built her own and walked through with purpose. And that is
Yes.
what our sister is going to be talking here today. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for helping choose this question and for doing what you're doing, even behind the scene when we are not here on stage. May God bless your soul, Sister Yvonne. It's
Thank
your
you, sister.
time.
I appreciate you and I appreciate the platform. Thank you. It's a good purpose and I enjoy it. So today, as usual, we're going to just remind everybody of what our great mission is here on One Global Movement. So we're doing this for the children, for the women, for everybody who wants to uplift themselves. But definitely we're focusing on the children because they are the next leaders and movers of this world. So vision and mission statement of One Global Movement. One Global Movement will support any organization, group, or individual that aligns with its own global vision and mission, which is as follows. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with the tools and sustainable solutions that will help them to eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and the opportunities to thrive. Through global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and to build a future where every child can build on their hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. So, together, through divine intervention, love, and clean, safe, and valuable technology, we can create a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any other condition that is not of their own making. It is possible. It is
Thank you.
possible.
Yes.
Our gratitude and tribute always goes to our CEO for bringing this world family together for the purpose of providing solutions to all sectors of the global economy, beginning with our children. We thank him and his well chosen building teams, and we love you all and wish you eventual success. And that is our vision and mission here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And so today, I have the pleasure of doing this fantastic topic. It says,
Yes, it is.
Women Rising, turning ideas into income. And how are women and young women doing this? And before we even start, there's a quote that says, turning ideas into income, how women and young women are doing it. But I also want to read a little blurb about, even in the ancient gone days here, even in the Bible story of Lydia, she was a dealer in purple cloth, and her involvement in commerce suggests that women were engaged in trade and business in the ancient world. So this is not new. Women have always been finding ways to make themselves useful.
Yep.
They just didn't always get the acknowledgement, right?
Yes,
Now it's
the
different.
acknowledgement and the space. They didn't get it.
Exactly. Purple cloth was a valuable and sought after luxury. And Lydia's occupation suggests that she was a very successful businesswoman. And she supported the ministry of Jesus Christ, both spiritually and financially. This is Lydia. Okay. So that this women doing their thing goes way back. They always find something. We always find something to do to further, right? And then this is a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, and she says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I never get tired of quoting that.
I love that.
And yeah, I like that. And every business you admire today, remember that, whether it's Spanx or Canva or your favorite Etsy shop or anything, began as an idea in someone's head. And many of those ideas came from women who dared to believe they could turn creativity into currency. I know so many women personally who are saying, I started this business, they're local. I started this business on my kitchen floor or my living room floor or my kitchen table, you know? So I divided up this talk into 4 sections. The first section, it says the age of the idea economy, because we're living in a time where ideas are the new gold, right? Unlike previous generations where capital was king, today, the platforms, the digital platforms that we have, the tools, the digital spaces have democratized entrepreneurship, which makes it more easily accessible. So as you were saying, there's no excuse now. It doesn't have to start with a big bang, just something small. Women and young women are turning everyday problems into profitable business by leveraging digital tools like Canva and Shopify and Substack, and by using social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, or freelance economies like Fiverr and Upwork and TaskRabbit. Those are all, if you want those names, I can have a handout, but local resources, cooperatives, women's group, mentorship programs. For example, this one lady, Whitney Wolf Hurd, founder of Bumble. I'm not advocating that you go to a dating site, but she turned a frustration with traditional dating apps into a $1 billion business.
Wow.
Billion with a B, okay? The acronym for IDEA is to convert an idea into income. So you initiate, you start with what you have, you design, you create a simple offering, and you engage by telling your story and connecting with people. That is how people are doing it now, especially women, because women are very easy to share their stories. They're not proud. They will tell you how they started small, right? And then you launch and you learn and you do it again and again. In section 2, it says, what are women doing? Monetizing skills and passion. That's what they're doing. You're baking, you launch a home-based business via Instagram. That's all it takes. I'm making cakes. You show your cakes, people order it. You're in business.
Yep.
You're sewing, you sell custom pieces on Etsy or Instagram. And I think sewing is still a very, very lucrative business because not many people are doing it anymore, you know? And people
Very lucrative, very.
yes, because people like one-of-a-kind things. And usually mass market, everything comes from those big stores are usually the same. And when you can give somebody something that's unique, they're going to go for that.
Yeah. I want to say a little bit. You're saying internet. Taste of
Yeah,
Motherland is a
there you
business
go.
under One Global Movement,
Yeah.
because that is to encourage healthy eating, and
Mm-hmm.
also to eat natural food, and to eat the best foods in the world. And
Yep.
so it's to eradicate hunger as well. But because
Yes.
of the laws, I can't just do it like that. So I
No, no, no. You have to be careful how you go
and so
into it.
now, I just, when I post it, people
They're
they're
all
like,
over it. They're all
what
over it.
can I order
Yeah.
this? Can I order that?
Yes.
Little by little, it's coming.
Yes. The only thing is, you have to be careful because you want to make it sustainable. That's another thing, right? You
Yes.
start small, but you want it to grow and scale up, as they say. If you're
Hmm.
speaking or writing, you offer workshops or
Yes.
coaching on Zoom, right?
Hmm.
People are going for that. Example, Vivian K started Kinky Girly Yaki with
There you go.
$500 after identifying a gap in the hair extension market for Black women. That's how she started. It is now a multi-million dollar business. Okay, $500. That's how she started.
Hmm.
Then the others are leveraging social capital. Social capital. Where young women are creating personal brands on the platforms that I just mentioned, and they're building income via content, affiliate marketing, and sponsored deals. Because that's what you're saying. As soon as you can, YouTube or which one is it? It's going to offer you ads,
Hmm.
stuff like
Hmm.
that. So that's how they're doing it. Then there's another example. Jackie Aina, a beauty influencer, used her platform to not just sell products, but to also advocate for inclusivity in business. So you see, double whammies. Women are
Hmm.
always multitasking, Not only is she making some income, she's advocating, right?
Hmm.
And using communities and crowdfunding. Women are pooling resources through community savings groups or launching business via crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter or GoFundMe.
Hmm.
Collaboration over competition is the mantra of modern womenpreneurs. And that's what I want to make very clear. They're
Hmm.
not necessarily lone wolves or going it alone. They don't mind. Women don't seem to mind sharing the spotlight, right?
Hmm.
That's a very important thing. In section 3, why women are succeeding: empathy and emotional intelligence.
There you
Women
go.
are creating, yes, women are creating businesses rooted in solving real problems with compassionate innovation, from maternal health tech to eco-friendly products. And then
Hmm.
there's adaptability and resilience, especially in the global south. You know what they mean by that, but
Hmm.
it's everywhere. The women are making strides everywhere, not just in the global south, right?
Hmm.
Many women operate in informal economies, making them natural entrepreneurs. You grow something, you take it to market, you're in business,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
When women have the power to make their own money, this is another quote, they change their own lives and they change the world. This is Melinda Gates. She said that.
Hmm.
And then there's the digital fluency. Women are digital natives anywhere you look, not just here in the West or whatever. Comfortable on TikTok, using AI tools, managing online stores, and running personal brands by the age of 16. Okay?
Hmm.
So they're going to school and still doing a business, as you said.
Hmm.
Just be the example for them and they will follow. Section 4, overcoming the barriers. Let's not romanticize it. Women still face unique hurdles, right?
Yeah.
Gender bias, limited access to capital, balancing home and work and school and all the other draws on their time, right?
Hmm.
But they are building networks of support, mentorship, and business incubators specifically for women. Women are exchanging like babysitting duties. You do this while I do that. I
Hmm.
go shop for the stuff that I will need. Women are finding ways of making it work. And then there are organizations like these two, She Leads Africa and one called We Do. It provides training, funding, and visibility for women entrepreneurs. And We Do, both of them are organizations that support advocacy for dedicated to promoting and protecting human rights, gender equality, and the environment. We Do works to build women's movements and advance gender equality, and they've been around since 1991. So, what is the message for this session? It says, start small. What problems do you notice every day around you? Right? Use what's available. Use YouTube, use Canva, use ChatGPT, social media. Build your tribe, build your support system. Find your community online or locally, and then don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. And this
Yep.
is a quote by an unknown person, but it's very applicable here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and repeat.
Yep.
Okay, sis, you add your 2 cents or 10
Thank you
cents.
so much. And I think you basically said everything. But you know what? These things are supposed to be repeated. And
Absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
number one thing here, like you said, is start.
Start.
Starting.
Yes.
Because even with me or others, sometimes it's difficult to start.
Yes.
Before you start,
Or-
make the decision.
Yeah.
Now, what do you find that is what you want? What solution do you want to provide to what kind of
Mm-hmm.
problem? And you start. Don't wait until you think that you have enough money or everything lines up, because it's never going to be. Every day comes with its own challenges. Start right now, and when you start, the ideas will begin to flow. Because
Yes.
when you see successful business women or others, they didn't just start by succeeding, they started by learning from the failures.
Yeah.
And they did not give up, and they keep doing it. Before you know, they exploded, because that is what they love. And in a lot
Mm-hmm.
of cases, is their gift.
Mm-hmm.
They're using their gift for the purpose of serving their communities and their families.
Yes.
Start. Don't wait. Start with what you have. You talk about the person that started the kinky hair business with $500.
Yeah.
$500 is a lot. I told you this story over and over of myself when I when I was visiting my family in the city. I bought bananas for 150 francs. 150 francs is not up to a dollar. Not at all. It's not
Wow.
even up to a quarter.
Yeah.
I bought it. And I said, I'm going to give the family. But when I got to this place, it's a French place, they start asking, two vangs, are you selling them? The bananas were so beautiful, so pretty. I
Ah.
said, no. They kept following me. And then on something just struck my mind, said, yeah, say yes. I said, yes, say how much? I doubled the price from 150 francs to 300 francs. I'm
Wow.
like, oh, really? Is this the deal? Now, when I graduated from university, I did not have a job. I applied, I sat for exams and concours. I didn't have anything. So
Mm-hmm.
I started buying those bananas and taking them to that big city. And
Mm-hmm.
the kind of money that I made, no job would have been able to pay me that money a
There
month.
you go. You
And so I
see?
was in business, and I
Yep.
dressed up like a university student, because we dress up in suits. It's an Anglo-Saxon university. And people
Mm-hmm.
look at me, are you selling yourself or you're selling bananas? And then I added more fruits, avocados or pears and other things. And that's how, and you sell your things, doesn't matter. People were laughing at me, oh, you are a university graduate and you're
Oh,
selling this. I did not care.
it
Okay,
doesn't
do
matter.
your thing, because there are people that are going to try to derail you from your purpose. So
Yep.
just start. And collaboration, attend like meetings, seminars, social gatherings, network working seminars. It's
Yep.
good to attend those things, then you learn. I attend them a lot. Sometimes I even go out of state. So that's how
Yep.
come, because if you don't, you will stay limited with your business ideas, and you're not going to grow. There are a lot of things out there right now. I am taking courses. It's called entrepreneurship cohort for 6 months, and I
Ah.
have 4 mentors. They give me
Mm-hmm.
homework all the time. One of them is so bent that that I succeed with this nonprofit to help the young people,
Yes.
and which is
Yes.
a very good thing. And
It
so
is.
you never know it all. Always look for somebody that has been doing it,
That's
and
right.
you look at their pattern. It doesn't mean that they've been succeeding. You don't only look for people who have succeeded. Look for those that have succeeded and also have fallen, and then you know that those are real people. But if you look only for those that are succeeding, no, they're going to come crashing, and you don't even know how they are succeeding. Maybe they are doing it in a way that does not
It's not
employ
ethical. It's not ethical.
ethical standards. So
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
very good thing, because when you do this, you'll be so satisfied with yourself and you want to do more. Like what I'm doing here, people will be like, why do you do that? That's too much. For me, it's not too much, because this it satisfies me when I do
Yeah.
what I'm doing here. So
Right.
do it. Do it. Womenpreneurs aren't just rising, they are rewriting the future. Remember that.
Right.
They are
Absolutely.
rewriting the future. And a woman says, I rise, I create, I lead. I have to rise, I have to create, I have to lead. With every step, I will break barriers. That's the determination. With every dream, I build a legacy. Because when you're doing that business, you're already building a legacy, not
You
just for
are.
your family, but
Yeah.
for your environment and the world. And
Yeah.
I am an entrepreneur rising, rooted in purpose, because we have to have a
Mm-hmm.
purpose. Knowing who you are, knowing who created you, why you were put on this earth is very important. This is what makes people happy with what you're doing, and then you will not even feel that you're doing it like it's difficult. You're not even going to complain, because you know that you're doing this with a purpose. Yeah, and you're driven by a vision. You cannot have a purpose without a
Vision.
vision. You
Yes.
cannot have a vision without a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And you're crowned with unstoppable hope. Women are crowned with unstoppable hope, because no matter the barriers, there were so many in the past. The barriers are still there today, but
Yes,
women
dear.
are determined. They are
Yep.
determined to rise, taking advantage of all of these high technology and doing things. Some women are right there at home. Like me, my office, I have a home office.
Yep.
You're taking care of your children, but at the same time, you're doing business. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes,
That,
it
like you
is.
say, a double whammy. That is
Yes,
something to be
it
grateful
is.
for.
It is.
So,
It is.
you
Because
know,
you also, sorry, sister, you're also showing them,
yeah.
as you go along, that it's double things. They see that you're earning, but they also see that and and some things you can have them help with, and then they're already set up for the next generation. It's a marvelous thing, and I'm glad. It's how it
Yeah,
should be.
it
Yeah.
is. Like me, I don't shred my papers anymore, because I
Yeah.
want to give a job to a young person. And a
Ah.
young person, because a 7, 8, 9-year-old can shred papers and you pay them. So they know now you're teaching them to be
Uh-huh.
conscious about business,
Business
investment, how to earn, how to manage money.
and
So I
security at the
gather it
same
in a
time.
bag,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I will get these children or some ambassadors. They will come. I said, you shred this, and this is how much I'm going to pay you. But do so in collaboration with the parents, because they are still
Of
young.
course.
Even if
Of
they're
course.
18 or
Of
more
course.
than 18, please. It's
Yes.
always a good thing to be sure that the parents, they know, or they in collaboration with the parent, because you might just as well be solving a problem that maybe the child is straying away from the family. You want to close that gap, because a lot of
Yeah.
time when you stray away from the family, you have this loophole, this emptiness within you,
Yes. True.
that but when the family is together, it works miracles.
It
So
does.
they will come and shred it, and I pay them. Imagine paying a child $10, $20. Sometimes I just want to pay more, because for them to really accept to do that, it means they want to earn. They love to
Yes.
do it. And so
Yes.
I do that. I was hoping
Mhm.
that my brother's daughter will come, so that she's an ambassador, so that she can have that job, because you can
Yes.
employ younger kids to work in your office by law, so long as
Yes.
the parents approve that. So it is such a beautiful thing that womenpreneurs are rising. It is a powerful and uplifting statement that celebrates and encourages the increasing number of women,
Yes.
both older and younger ones, who are stepping into the world of entrepreneurship,
Yes.
regardless of what is being said, or regardless of if this door is not open, look for another one. We have too many gifts buried within us. We just have to keep doing before you know, the door will break open for you, and you walk through it. This is
Absolutely.
very important. We walk boldly, creating with boldness. That not that one, that physical one that you're putting chips on your shoulder, but within you know what, I can create, I can lead, and I am going to thrive in my own business. It's
Yep.
very, very important. These
Yep.
things work. When you affirm them to yourself, they work miracles, you know.
Yes.
Womenpreneur is a blend of women and entrepreneurs. This is not just referring to women alone who are building businesses, solving problems, and leading change in their communities and industries. It's referring to every young woman out there.
Absolutely.
Every young woman. The rising symbolizes what? Growth. You're from one strength to the other. And without giving up. If you earn, say, $10 million this year, next year you want to be able to earn a little over that 10, and then the next year, and then the next year. That
Mm-hmm.
is growth. You don't want to be at the same spot. And then it is all rising means empowerment and a powerful movement, which is an upward mobility. You're moving upward, breaking barriers, challenging old norms, even present day norms, and claiming your space, your rights, and your dignity in the business world
Yeah.
without nobody telling you or trying to discourage you or trying to pretend like they love you. And don't do that. You're going to lose money. Of course, you have to lose in order to gain. When you lose, you gain, but
You
do
do.
it wisely. Don't just do it recklessly. So
Mm-hmm.
the intended message here, Sister Yvonne, for young women and women, for me, myself, are that we are capable of starting and leading our own businesses,
Yep.
creating different funnels of income, not just one. Because I know that you are doing multiple things,
I am.
businesses. And
I
yes,
am.
and I'm doing the same. If you can create, for me, I always say 7 funnels of income because
Yep.
7 is God's number. And if you
Yes, it
can
is.
create more, why not? You take
Yep.
money from this and then you do the other
Mm-hmm.
because you have a lot of gifts within you. We have to, nobody should complain that I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do because you refuse to discover your purpose. You're relying on others. So we
Yeah.
shouldn't. So we teach, when we do this, our children, we are teaching them indirectly to see. You know, my son is so business oriented, just as an example, because when he was little, would drive and he would say, "Mommy, that gas station is
What happened?
mission. Take the leap. Take a leap of faith.
Yeah.
Take it and start with what you have, like Sister Yvonne said before. Start with
Mm.
what you have. Start
Yeah.
where you are. In our environment, we don't need to be jumping through hoops to go to other places. But I know that some environments they don't have peace. That's why we're running away. But
Yes.
if you look around your environment, there is always something to do. You know, my grandmother and my mother were staunch business women. These women, they didn't see the four walls of a classroom, but what they did, it was like they had PhDs, especially my grandmother. You know, my
Yes.
grandmother, water leaf is easy to grow, and she always does it. They call her a mama manure, natural manure, no chemicals, nothing. And my grandmother made money out of that, and she will help us in school. So your
Mm-hmm.
voice, your vision, your values can change lives. Do
Yeah.
not relegate your voice. Pay attention. Use your voice, your
Yeah.
vision. Put power into it, and your values are changing lives because that's why you're here. Otherwise, you will not be here in One Global Movement. That means you're changing lives, including your own, because it has to start with your own life. And then support and you talk about collaboration, sisterhood. Women are making it work, like you said. Even with raising children, they are getting around it. Some are carpooling. I carpool before for years with
Yep.
my son so that in the days that I'm not going to drive the other family, the kids of the other family, I
Yep.
am working. And we did that. Things work. And
Yep.
we can still do the same. And sometimes not just for work, is to economize gas. When you economize
Mhm.
gas, you're also limiting the pollution of the environment,
Mhm.
emission of gas into the environment. So we have
Yep.
to look for different ways to do those
Mhm.
things. We don't
Mhm.
have to say, no, I want my car. No, we can do a lot of things that will be of benefit. But when you're doing that, you're teaching yourself, reminding yourself, you're also teaching children to do the same so
Yes.
that they know that, you know what, yes, we can do this. Imagine saving $200 a month when you carpool. Isn't that
Yeah.
a big deal? You already
Yeah.
created a funnel of income that way.
Yeah.
Imagine taking that $200 and investing it in something that will bring in profit. Then you have done even better. So your voice, your vision matters, and let's support a sisterhood. Sisterhood exists like we are doing here. We
Yes.
got we have one global movement mother group. That is a sister group, even though we have our brothers, some of our brothers
Mm-hmm.
there too.
Mm-hmm.
Because we cannot do without the men either. So it is very, very important that you form your own cohort, your own power. How do they call that? Power what mind something. Form your own group. This is our own here. You can form others depending on your goals and your dreams, what you're doing, and things will work. So
Absolutely.
you are not alone in this journey. Just so
No.
we all know, we are not alone. The
Yeah.
children are not alone. There's
Yeah.
a global community rising with
Yes.
you, and this is
Yes.
one global movement. We are
Yeah.
rising with you, rising with everything that we have, everything that we've learned. And we want to involve young women and young people because we have a lot to still learn from them,
Yes.
especially with this new technology. Like most of the time, my son was the one creating the graphics and to online businesses. He can do that if he was
Yeah.
here building that
Yeah.
website for me.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
very, very important that we get that done. So dream big. Remember, God loves and likes the biggest dreamers in the world. Don't
Yeah.
squeeze yourself to say, oh no, they're going to think that I'm dreaming too big. Oh yes, dream big.
Yes.
Dream big, start small, act now. Right
Yes.
now. Like Sister Yvonne
Absolutely.
said. Right
Yep.
now. Don't let fear stop you. Because
Absolutely.
fear is false evidence appearing
Appearing real.
real.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things that I was afraid of, nothing. There was nothing there.
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
sometimes the fear still come because it's a natural part of ourselves, but we have to conquer that fear. You know, don't let fear stop you. Let it fuel your courage to say, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this. I was born with greatness. I'm going to succeed regardless. So if I fail today, I will learn and I'm going to step up and I'm going to do it again and again and again and repeat. Every morning is an opportunity for you to
Yep.
start on a clean slate.
So true. Yes.
Yes. If you fail today, failure does not define you. You're the one who is calling yourself failure. You didn't quit. It means you are a champion. So invest
Yes.
in learning. Believe in your growth and build with heart. Every challenge is
Absolutely.
a step in your story of success. Don't let somebody else write your success story. Write it.
Exactly.
Write it
Exactly.
in your language, in your dialect. If you are like me, I'll write it in Meta, but for no, Basaye, uh, Manamiaka. So write it. We are giving all of these things for a reason. I talked
Yeah.
about Takambong, women of Takambong that are holding peace, bringing peace and reconciliation in the world. That is from my culture. So do it your way. You don't have to know how to speak English or to write English. There are
No.
so many. We've been blessed with so many languages. Don't let those languages divide you. No, that is beauty in diversity to help you to build your business and grow. You are not just building a business, you are building a legacy. Remember that. A legacy
You
for
are.
the entire world. Let Womenpreneurs Rising be a rallying cry, a reminder that young women everywhere have the power to create.
Yep.
Create,
Yep.
look
Yep.
at something. What can I do with this thing? What can I
Yep.
do? What can
Yep.
I make out of this thing? I was watching, I love to watch people that are creating. I was watching this Nigerian young woman. She goes and buys flip-flops, flip-flops,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then she goes and buy beautiful beads.
Ah, yes.
Beautiful
Yes.
beads, and there's a special kind of thread. She will decorate these flip
I love
flops.
that.
There are these
Yes.
two like this, and
Yes.
then now she turns around. They imagine what she sold it for, and they're
Ah,
so
yes.
cool. I say I can order one for myself. So be creative. Be creative.
Yes.
You will like, let Womenpreneurs Rising be a rallying cry, a reminder that young women everywhere have the power to create,
Yes.
inspire, and rise beyond
Yes.
limits.
Yes.
That is so
Yes.
important. Very, very important. Sister, what do you think?
Because, yes, because again, as I mentioned, human beings, we just love individualized things, unique things. We don't want, most of us don't want to wear or look like what everybody else is wearing. So when she does that, it's so smart because she's not making it from scratch. She's simply doing, individualizing it. I have
Yeah.
seen that be such a big business. People, I don't know why, we just love that. Handbags, anything, sunglasses. You buy the same sunglasses, but you do something with it, and all of a sudden, that's what people want. It's so great. And then you talked about the global community, which is so much easier now because you can do it online. Nobody has to. It's the same thing with education, right?
Isn't that what you and I are doing? You're in Canada. I
Yeah,
never met you.
exactly.
Here we are.
Yeah, exactly. Look where we are, and people can do it from across the world, places where they barely have light or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It's the intention that does it, right? The drive. It's so important, you know. And another thing, when you are sitting around closely with your children, because this is another thing that entrepreneurship affords women, is that you can have your children around you, right? You can do it from your home most times, and you spend so much more time with them, and they come in and they see you doing it, and now it's a teachable moment. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're gonna even want to do it, mommy.
They
I
want to.
want to
They
do
do.
it. I
They
want
do.
to
You have
do
to
it.
drive them away sometimes and say, "Leave."
Yes, and we shouldn't send them away. We should
And we
give
shouldn't
them
send them
something.
away. I know. I know.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? If you have an order that you want to go out and you know that they're only going to hinder you, but you know
Yeah.
something, when you have a slower time, you can welcome them in because really it's for them, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ultimately,
it
right?
is. And
Yeah,
I know that
absolutely.
sometimes we're fighting to meet with time for an order, and then the
Yep.
kids are there trying to,
Yeah.
and they will say, this is an order, let me do this. A lot of times they won't understand at first, but eventually they will get to
Yeah. Put a
understand.
smile on your face and say, yeah, it's a secret, but I have to rush this, whatever.
Yes, yes. So
But
I wrote an affirmation for Womenpreneurs Rising.
yes.
Today I rise with confidence. I am a creator, a leader, a visionary. I
Yeah.
am not defined by fear, but fueled by faith. I
There you go.
build with heart. I
Hmm.
lead with purpose. And I walk in my power with grace.
Amen.
Every challenge is a stepping stone.
Hmm.
Every idea is a seed of greatness.
Hmm.
I am not waiting for permission. No, I am giving myself the power to begin. I am a I am a womanpreneur rising, bold, brilliant, unstoppable. And I will rise again and again until the world feels the impact of my light, until my children feel the impact and begin to rise as well. Until women and children and young people feel the impact of women rising in one global movement and also begin to rise and spread all over the world. So, this is my little affirmation for women rising.
It is great because it covers all that we're talking about here, right? It's
Mhm.
everything because this is what people need, the inspiration and just knowing. And now we have that because there are so many role models. If you just go and plug into Google, you will see. And
Yes.
the ages will surprise you. They're so young, these people, and they do, and it's global. I have to
Yes.
keep insisting on that. It is global. It's not like some places are more endowed or whatever it is. Anywhere, it just depends on what you want to find. There will be
Mhm.
somebody to um to give you that saying, I can do that too. And that's
Yeah,
what it is. I can
it
do
is.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And some people like we started the One Global Movement Garden. This lady I met for the first time, one of our elders in our community brought her to my home. Very good woman. And
Hmm.
you can just feel it from the word
Yes.
go. And
Yes.
she was asking about what I'm doing. I talk about One Global Movement
Hmm.
and that I need volunteers. I need people to help. Say, yeah, I will come and help you. And I said, "Are you sure? It's a garden. You got to work." Say, "Why not?" And
The garden.
yes. And she came. Oh my gosh, she dressed up. I think I posted it online. She dressed up like somebody who is going for a party. And she came. She never worked. She never did gardening in her life, but she did it so well. And I was not well because I just left the emergency. But
Yeah.
she had to pick me up, and then I would go. I sit, and she was doing most of the work. You know,
Wow. You
I
see?
climbed that tractor not because I was just laughing on there. I didn't do anything on that day because I couldn't. I wasn't
You
feeling
did
well.
couldn't
So,
feel
but
well.
she did it. She helped, and she continuously called. I need to help. If we're helping young people and children, I am a mother. I need to be helping. So
Yes.
you see,
Yep.
it's such a beautiful thing that people, when you use your voice, you let people, the world know what you're doing. You will see people that are helping. In Cameroon, they're helping. There are people that are volunteering for nothing. Even here, uh, one person is tilling the farm for me using the tiller, you
Yeah.
know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we can do little by little. You don't have to overdo it. Just do it little and take time for yourself. Take a breathing space, and then you do it again. Before you know, you will be somewhere. But if you didn't start tomorrow, you will still be at the same spot. You'll be afraid. You'll be looking at
Exactly.
people. How? When am I going to
Exactly.
do? Start it. Start it
Exactly.
right now, and you will realize
Just
that you must have
just
done something.
because
So
that's what the universe does, right? It brings things to you, but you have to say what you ask. You
yes,
first have to step out and start doing it, and you'll be surprised. They call it building your tribe, whatever name you want to call it.
yes,
People will join you because people want good things to happen. They do.
yeah, they
We just
do.
have
They
to,
do.
yeah, we just have to
They
set
do.
an example, and our kids are going to be really the benefactors of this when they see that, yeah, they don't have to, because as I said, it's called the idea economy now. Nobody's waiting around and going and begging for jobs, because if you're not going to be in the artificial intelligence industry, it looks as if, the jobs are going to be, and not everybody wants to be a part of that. So find the other things that people will need. As you say, people are always going to need food. Sell them
Mhm.
water, whatever you can.
Yes, whatever you can. And
Yep.
remember, when you're selling that water, people are buying from you because you have something that maybe the other entrepreneurs don't have. Maybe it's your
Absolutely.
character, your way
Yes.
of presentation, your
Yes.
cleanliness. What do you
Yes.
have to offer?
Yes.
Why should people buy from you?
From you. Yes.
Instead of the other people. You have
Mhm.
to go around, study the businesses, what you want to do, how are they doing it?
Yep.
What can you add on top of what they're doing that is going to make you shine,
Yep.
even
Like
rise higher in the world?
like the
And
woman
then
with like
you do
like
that.
the woman with the sandals,
Yes.
the flip flops. I mean,
Yes.
really, you know,
Yes, I'm like, I'm glad that I followed her so that I can continue to look at those things. Because I have
exactly.
beats. I have beats here from home. These beats, I have been asking for them for years. These
Right.
beats grow naturally along the riverbanks
They
in
grow
our
as
area.
beads.
Beats locally. And finally, they sent me the beats. And
Ah,
now I can, when I do have time, or I find somebody, take these beads, turn them into earrings, into
earrings and
necklaces.
necklaces.
I said,
Yes.
these things are wasting there. But I know now that they're using it because some of my traditional, like this, a royalty hat, some of the
Yes.
things are used, beads are being used to produce them. So it's such
Wow.
a beautiful thing. So you talk about monetizing skills and talent, monetize these skills and talents, monetize them. Young
Yep.
women are leveraging platform like you talk about social media, TikTok, Instagram,
All of
and
them.
other
All
ones,
of them.
YouTube Showcase,
Yes.
sell their
Anyone.
talent.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
gonna hear me now during this planting season even better because I'm learning a lot. So a woman's talent is not just a gift; it's a gold mine waiting
It
to be
is.
shared with the world.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
I can't wait for
digital
those
entrepreneur,
watermelons.
yeah.
I can't wait for those watermelon again. Those big, huge watermelons.
Yes, yes. And this year, I'm going to plan a few. Reason being that if we did not share those watermelons last year, they would have gone bad. They're perishables. When they're
Yes, they
ready,
are.
you need to
Yeah.
move them fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we
Yes.
gain the market for them, especially when we establish the One Global Movement store, then we can then.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we have a lot of things to plan, and thank God there's yummy vegetable from motherland that I have
Yummy
here now to
vegetable.
plan. I'm really so happy. So, leveraging online marketplaces is very important. So, thank you
It's
so
yes.
much for
Thank
this
you.
topic. This is such a beautiful topic, and
It
we're gonna
is.
keep coming back to this. And it's so beautiful that these topics are interwoven.
Yes.
When you touch
Yes.
this topic, other topics come in, and then because that's the way life is supposed to be. It's
It
it's
is.
it's it's
Yes.
a whole. They're treating all of us holistically, especially our children. So faith-based and purpose-driven businesses is very important. We
Very important.
emphasize on that. Very,
Yes.
very important.
Yes.
So
Yes.
many women are guided by spiritual purpose. We know
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Launching ministries, mentorship programs, or mission-based brands that reflect their values. You must do things that reflect your values. Have
True.
faith turn fear into fuel and her purpose into profit. Very, very important.
Very true. Very true.
Wow, this is such a beautiful topic. I love this topic so much.
Yes, it has to do with working.
Yes, yes, it has to do with working. Let's appreciate our wonderful audience here. Razehab was here before I even got here. Thank you so much, sir, for
Yes.
supporting children and young people in the world. We appreciate you. Our love to you and your family. And thank you, sister, as always, for being here and turning ideas into income. How women and young people doing this? Very, very important. And this is our Facebook page link. Please, if you want to like and follow, is very important. This is important to do. What else can you do but to do this in order to help? That is one of the ways that we can do that. And of course, our managing director is here saying hello and welcoming everyone to One Global Movement Speak with Her today. I may be distracted because I am waiting for my building manager. I have a meeting with her about my apartment. Certainly, that comes first, John. That is very important. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you for letting us know. And we have Sir Ojala. How are you? Thank you so much for supporting One Global Movement. We highly appreciate you. And women are being made bold and courageous because of the many role models that are rising to world stages. So, yeah, that is very, very true. Women are being made bold and courageous because of the many role models that are rising to the world stage. So many. And you
So
see,
many. I know.
one lady I watched from YouTube, and I'm sorry, but I got to say that here, because of the way people look at gardening and farming,
Yes. I
forgetting
know.
to know that if you don't eat, you can't do any other
If
thing.
you don't do that, you won't be able to
Young,
eat.
young woman graduated from school and decided to own a garden.
Yes.
And she says, let's make farming sexy. And she is selling so highly. She goes to create things to make it look so attractive and sexy. She's doing a lot. Look at, you send me you also send me a video that I watch, a school.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. I know.
I'm like, I'm going to contact them. I need to build my own just exactly like their own. I love it. The kids are learning where they're supposed to be learning in nature and
Yes.
learning with practice, which is very
They're so
important.
happy. They're so
Very
happy.
happy. Very
Yes.
happy. That's what I'm trying to see what I can do. If I own One Global Movement land here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw from them. I will write to them to
That
help
is the
me
best
build.
thing. They're getting healthy and they're learning. They're gonna be good citizens. They're healthy and
Yeah.
that's perfect. Perfect.
Yes, very
Yes.
perfect. More than perfect. Ashi Sakasa, how are you? Thank you so much for being here with us today. I highly appreciate you. And Yusuf Adu, thank you, sir, for always supporting One Global Movement. We appreciate you. And we have our brother Shriji Jana. Thank you so much, Brother Shriji, for always supporting us here. We appreciate you as well. And we have Sir Abdul Sattar. Thank you so much, sir, for always being with us and being that strong pillar that we need for our children worldwide. We have Sir Katik. Santra, how are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting us. We love you guys and always carry our warmth and love to your entire family. Okay, John says, I am working on launching a business right now with our very own Melanie Mukamugema. She has started this project and I'm joining in with her. Wow, that is
Nice.
beautiful. That's what
It
we are
is.
talking about, John.
Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
that. I love that. That's wonderful. Oh, entrepreneurship. Somebody's calling. My entrepreneurship program, they're calling me. I'll call them
They'll
later.
have to wait.
Yeah, they have to wait. They need to wait this time around. And let's go down. Today, most of our regulars are here. And we have Sunil. How are you, Sunil? Thank you so much for being with us here. I highly appreciate you for supporting children. And Gutam, how are you? Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you. And let's go down here. And our beautiful sister, Nancy. Nancy, how are you? We miss you on this stage here. So thank you so much for supporting us, even in the audience. We appreciate you. And this is
Exactly.
the link again, our
No,
new.
this is the other link. This is the other link. This is the StreamYard link. But if somebody
Oh,
signs up, there's $10 there. So yeah,
oh, thank you
yeah,
so much.
yeah, yeah. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. All right. Maria, Joyce, how are you, sister? Thank you so much for being
Mhm.
here with us today. We highly appreciate you. Thank you. And Shujijana says, if we can train different people of different levels to learn things that suit them well, it'll build their confidence
Then
to do some business so that they can be self-reliant. That will be good for the society. Very
absolutely,
true. Very
absolutely.
true. Thank you so much for saying that. And we thank God we have a lot of programs in One Global Movement here. We started with a few. We are training children, and the children are really happy with what they're doing. And as they grow, they feel free to change their mind to what
Really
gravitates towards them. What
towards them.
their gift is so important. But when you do this, children feel very empowered. They feel happy. They feel that they own something because ownership is very important. Let us train our children to own things, own land, land, own land, own properties, own those kind of things. Those are the things that will help them to build wealth. And then now they can stretch out and help other people. But you
Mm-hmm.
cannot help out of nothing. And if our children don't have those things, we have ourselves to blame because we did not train ourselves enough to do those things. And therefore, we couldn't train them. So we know that sometimes parents are sick, or sometimes the parents are not even there. But now we are here to pick up after what cannot be done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yes, thank you so much, Brother Shrujit. And let's go here down. And that's our link again, our Facebook link. And we have Sanjoya Kuma. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us here from your end. We appreciate you so much. And we have Sir AP Mahutsadana. We miss you, and
I
you're
know.
here today.
Yeah.
Welcome. How are you doing? How are our beautiful daughters doing? Our love.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And yes, greetings. Everybody loves you. To see you, we miss you so
Good to
much.
see you.
We know that you're also busy with helping the young people in your community, which is
Okay.
a very wonderful thing to do. Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Okay.
and it's good to see you after all this while. I hope you are well. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying hello to every family member here. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you guys so much. And it's been a beautiful session today. I'm really so happy. Let us put in the effort, the time, because if you don't put in the time, somebody will put in their own time in your child, and that will not be what those children were born
Mm.
to do. So let us put in the time, commitment, and love to training our children, just like Sister Yvonne taught us today. And some of us are saying, Brother Shijit, let us put in that time, invest in a child with
Absolutely.
love, with your resources. There is always a way to invest in your child, maybe your time, maybe your voice, maybe
Mm-hmm.
your creativity. Always, there are things that don't require money until later, but the sole aim is to use those things to raise money because money is an enabler. It is a tool so that we
Yes.
can use it to climb higher. Without that money, we can't get that far. All right.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
it's so important, but let's use it with integrity, with high ethical standard, and not worshiping it. Let's use it for the right reason and for the right purpose. Yeah.
Amen.
So thank you so much. Sister Yvonne, give us a closing remark.
So you mentioned ownership. So I first want to say, give our children the confidence to own themselves, know who they are, be
Mhm,
bold, and know that they have a right to be. And
mhm,
then let them insist on owning something that resonates with them. That's how you
Yes.
fulfill your purpose. What are they giving back? It's not just about the money. The money is important, and as we said, it's a tool. But when you're doing your purpose, that is as the fuel, as you say, it's the fuel that drives you to
Mhm.
empty out yourself, so that at the end of life you will say, "I did it,"
I did.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
and I think that is a very good thing to give our children. First, of course, we should strive for that for ourselves, right?
You're
Let
right.
them see us living purposeful life, intentionally. It doesn't
Mhm.
have to be on the world stage. Nobody else has to know. You're looking after your children, you may be caring for elders, whatever. But let them see that you have a purpose. You feel good about what you're doing, and then they will copy that in their own way
Mhm.
because we're supposed to steward them. They are not our own little things, but we're supposed to set the example for them. And young women and women in general doing that entrepreneurship is setting very good role models for the next generation, boys and girls, as John would say.
Yes, of course, because we are doing this. Of course, that's why we are helping young people. And
Exactly.
yes, and at the end of your life, you'll say, "Yes, I did it." And even when
Yes.
you call home, you'll be smiling. Say, "Yes, I did it," and now I am going to rest in peace. Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
So thank you
Yes.
guys so much. And Friday is coming. Bring one, bring two. Let us continue to do what we're doing, but focus on self.
Yeah.
Self focus is very important. Self love, self determination, and self growth is very important because we cannot give out of nothing. It starts with us, with self.
Amen.
Thank you guys
Yes.
so much. We love you
Thanks,
all.
everyone.
Love
Bye
you,
bye.
family. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. See you
Yes.
Friday, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. I know that